just having a good time. He's partying, got bottles. Right? And start the fight is not doing as well. Only just 3 niggas is the picture. You got rich niggas, you got tough niggas, and they easily become collateral damage.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
The slippery soap. You know, I actually washed the car because I'm supporting my brother. I'm not just buying slippery soap. I'm actually using it myself. So, yo, just stay tuned to see Diddy and Rose wash a car.
My brother, Ricky Rose. Ricky Rose, you a hustler, mother. Man. Woo! I know you for a long time for helping me with Ciroc, to just like watching your whole get down. You a hustler, mother.
By threatening to purchase 50 Cent's masters and apparently attempting to leak a phony tape of 50 at Diddy's Freak Off, Rick Ross appears to have just made the worst blunder of his career. 50 Cent is going to make sure Ross will always regret this. Ross apparently attempted to start a nasty rumor campaign about a phony party tape that purports to connect 50 to Diddy, but the truth is that 50 is aware that the recording has had artificial intelligence AI altered. Now that 50 is in full-on vengeance mode, he's reportedly going all out. However, 50 is more than a simple clapback. According to people close to him, he intends to use receipts as leverage. According to rumors, 50's next Diddy documentary will feature a very unique portion including Rick Ross. According to rumors, this documentary will have never-before-seen footage, startling testimonies, and an actual tape that demonstrates the lengths some rappers like Ross had to go to maintain their relationships with influential people. Rick Ross could face the most significant public humiliation of his career if even half of what is being stated is accurate. However, the 50s are only getting started, so let's dissect everything.
Stop hiring drivers. Drivers always tell on you. I know what happened at LAX.
It's getting wild again between 50 Cent and Rick Ross. Rumor has claimed that Ross was attempting to distribute a phony video purporting to show 50 in a compromising position with other men at an industry party. Ross allegedly planned to exact retribution due to their long-standing animosity, particularly following the Big Meech and BM scandal. Ross was already disparaging 50 back in March. On social media, he made fun of 50's alleged financial difficulties and even threatened to purchase 50's masters.
Louisiana, where that cheapest land at, you thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long? I know you want to make your mama one of them walking stars thing. Put down there how your mama live. Make her own walking star. Don't leave Louisiana. Don't quit like that, because you showed the picture of how you wanted it to look. We call it renderings. You had the renderings, then you try to go get them loans, and ain't nobody loan you that money. You ain't even built the GU in the studio yet. That might be why when I stood next to Meech, your knees buckled. Your knees buckled. Put your back against the wall. Po nigga. You're po hustler. 50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up.
Ross apparently wanted to go farther with this false tape idea because he believed he could outsmart 50 Cent. But here's the thing. 50 apparently discovered it before anything could happen and put a stop to it. He seems to be going all out for vengeance right now. According to sources, 50 has an actual tape that purports to capture Ross in a completely different scenario, one that is connected to his long-standing bond with Diddy. Even worse, people close to 50 are implying that Ross will have a very special place in the impending Diddy Expos documentary series. This could quickly become very ugly if there is a legitimate recording and Ross is on it. However, since we've been hearing about Ross and Diddy for a while, let's discuss the speculations of their tight relationship. 50 Cent got in and shared a dubious Instagram video that connected Ross to the situation when the current accusations against Diddy began to garner notice. In the video, former Bad Boy performer Mark Curry said that Diddy used to give ladies medications and tamper with champagne. 50 then shared a screenshot of Rick Ross lyrics with the remark, "What the F?" 50 then included a tape of Ross' contentious line in which he raps about putting something in a woman's drink. You have to just do the right thing at some time. As if Ross's predicament couldn't get any worse, internet users began conjecturing that Ross had once participated in Diddy's freak-offs. At that point, an old video of Ross and Diddy washing cars together while giggling about slippery soap reappeared.
I actually washed the car because I'm supporting my brother. I'm not just buying slippery soap. I'm actually using it myself. So, just stay.
Then, however, things became much more bizarre. In a video that surfaced, a prisoner named Jonathan Audi claimed to have participated in those freak-offs with Diddy and other rappers, including Rick Ross, while being questioned by police. Not only that, but Audi also claimed that Diddy was a member of the Bull, a covert organization that he described as the Illuminati's black counterpart. Among many other outrageous tales, he also said Diddy treated him like a former slave before buying his silence. For background, this initially had little to do with music drama because Audi was being questioned with the May 2018 Trump Jewel shooting. However, things became even more bizarre when the Daily Mail revealed that Jonathan Audi had previously performed in sexual films and exotic dances for a website called Dancing Bear, which creates recordings of women engaging in explicit activities with men dressed as enormous bears. As you may recall, Cassie claimed in her complaint that Diddy made her participate in those bizarre offs with male employees and made everyone wear masks. Let's go back to the video of Jonathan Audi being questioned by the police. Although some of what he said seems a bit bizarre, people are beginning to see connections, particularly since he made all of these allegations about Diddy 5 years before Cassie's lawsuit was even made public. The primary points Jonathan made that relate to Diddy are as follows. He claimed that Diddy first sent Ross, that is, Rick Ross, to silence him. Additionally, he asserted that DJ Khaled Ross,
they're gay. Who? Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
However, Jonathan went one step further and asserted that the Illuminati employs those fakes for mind control and even actual sacrifices, claiming they are actually covert rituals. Additionally, he brought up Bohemian Grove, the enigmatic retreat where wealthy men are said to engage in sinister rituals and other eerie activities behind closed doors.
Ritual, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. in the group, and they bond that way. Okay, so they do animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. Okay,
Alright.
The Bohemian.
Jonathan responded that Diddy told him personally how he knew all of this. He also asserted that Diddy is a member of the Bull, an organization he referred to as the Black Illuminati, and that Diddy has connections to influential political individuals through his lawyers.
I know this.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The
The
Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda.
Jonathan also claimed to have overheard numerous conversations between Diddy and his business associates both before and after the freak-off sessions. He persisted in his claims that Diddy treated him like a slave and even gave him an STD, alleging that they settled a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against him.
They were talking what I did with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like, slave.
Now, it's somewhat strange that Jonathan made all of these statements years prior to Cassie bringing her complaint, and many of his statements are consistent with her allegations. Even stranger is the fact that there is no information regarding Jonathan's fate after he was charged in the 2018 incident. While the articles from that year confirm that he was charged, It is unclear whether he was sentenced or where he is now. As for Ross, he has been talking a lot lately about everything from 50 to the drama between Drake and Kendrick, but he has been completely silent about his friend Diddy and the messy accusations surrounding him, while more industry insiders are claiming that Ross is turning the other way. A previous interview with comic Corey Holcomb, in which Corey claimed Ross had slept with his male driver, has gone viral once more.
Don't nobody say that. Nigga, we know what it is. Y'all motherfuckers mad at me. Let me tell you something. If Rick Ross watching this, let me tell you something. Stop hiring drivers. Drivers always tell on you. I know what happened at LAX with that boy.
Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend jumped in and accused him of being on one of those Diddy off tapes, just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder. Tia responded, "Don't be afraid now. You're scared now, aren't you, Freaky B? I recognize you from those tapes. I am aware that you have 10 children with MFR. I'm not going to abandon you. Why are you quiet? B, no one wants to see your sneakers and Louis Vuitton clothes. No one is interested in seeing the Jets anymore. You're running out of time. You chubby B, go hug Diddy and head off to ride the bike with him." Ross, however, once again said nothing at all about these claims. Ross seems afraid to bring up the subject whenever someone brings up his relationship with Diddy. But if these internet rumors are accurate, 50 Cent is going to exact the ultimate retribution on Ross for all that transpired between them over the years. Therefore, he shouldn't have prodded the bear that is 50 Cent. To put things in perspective, 50 and Ross have been at odds since 2008. It all began when Ross said he didn't appreciate the way 50 stared at him at the BET Awards. The drama really started when Ross dropped his song Mafia Music and poured some heavy shade. But it's funny because 50 later claimed he didn't even know Ross was at the performance. He clearly irritated him when he made a subtle remark about the fire at the home where 50's baby mama, Shani Tompkins, was staying, implying that 50 was involved. His response, in typical 50 Seconds flair, was a diss single titled Officer Ricky. Feel free to give me a try. If you're wondering why he named him that, it's because a picture of Ross serving as a correctional officer had surfaced at the time. 50 has been making fun of him for that constantly ever since. Ross first attempted to deny that the correctional officer photo was real, which only made matters worse. However, after 50 released the Officer Ricky insult, Ross was forced to speak straight. Ross refused to back down despite acknowledging it, saying, "Being a CEO didn't take away from his identity as a rapper or damage his street cred. The topics I discuss are genuine. The gun talk is official. The dope is real," Ross stated. "What I saw was that. It is a fact," Ross later called into Angela Yee's show to disparage the song, indicating that the diss must have truly gotten to him. Naturally, 50 didn't accept that. He responded with a video titled Warning Shot, in which he essentially threatened to destroy Ross's entire life for laughs, rather than with another song.
Laughs. I'm deciding to f your life up. Rick, bro, I'm gonna f your life up. For fun.
50 wasn't joking when he began posting those outrageous Officer Ricky cartoons on his website every Saturday as if they were a full-fledged series.
Working in law enforcement.
He was a correction officer.
So we're clear he was a correctional officer.
However, 50 went one step further and found Ross's baby mama, Tia Kemp, got her to spill all the beans regarding Ross's previous position as CEO, and then, just to be extra spiteful, took her shopping interview. 4313. 52 Ross didn't simply relax either. He posted a photoshopped image of his kid Mars's face on a monkey's body, drawing his son into the chaos and drawing attention to the 50's family. Following this, 50 went to the next step and managed to obtain a private tape that Ross's second baby mom, Lastonia Leon, had recorded with her ex. He even dubbed over the man's voice with his own before distributing it. However, in 2015, a judge ordered 50 to pay Lastonia $5 million for leaking the tape and an additional $2 million in damages, so the stunt backfired. Ross, however, wasn't finished and continued to release diss tunes, which continued the conflict. 50, on the other hand, escalated the disrespects to a new level. 50 stated that he wasn't precisely hoping for Ross's death following his 2 seizures in October 2011, but he also wasn't going to offer any prayers for him. Even some industry individuals attempted to intervene and calm things down at that point, because the feud had gotten so out of control. However, this dispute isn't going anywhere. Let's face it, 50 recently stated unequivocally that he will never appreciate someone who transitioned from being a police officer to behaving like a gangster rapper.
Oh, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I never wanted to work with him. You know, look, I understand from a perspective of someone who's just listening to what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rapper.
But does it matter that he's correct? Does it matter? Even if the artists look at the
However, let's hear your thoughts on the entire fake tape. Drama. Do you think Ross messed up trying to out Petty 50, believing he could play the same game? What about the alleged real tape with Ross and Diddy? If 50 does reveal the truth about Ross, could this be the end of the boss's career? Please share your thoughts below and stay tuned for the next.